you're also into healing. And what have you been able to do with regard to healing? I mean, spiritually, sure. Any physical?
Yes, I have, however, a rather comprehensive definition of the word healing. To me, healing is right adjustment in mind, body, and affairs. So healing is not just simply a physical thing. If there's something in a relationship that is wrong, or a marriage that is wrong, it may be a relationship between a father and his son, that needs healing or right adjustment, and that too is healing. If your affairs are out of order, on your job or wherever, that also needs healing or right adjustment. So it's not just the body, but it includes the body, but also the mind and the affairs. But since you asked about physical healing, yes, I do practice what is commonly called faith healing or divine healing, and I really enjoy it. For example, I just completed a series of healing and blessing meetings at Reverend Johnny Coleman's church here in Chicago. And it was just fascinating to watch how, when I would explain to people that the healing power of God is in you, the results that we would get. While we saw people jump out of wheelchairs, we saw people that came in crippled, able to walk, we broke up canes and crutches and that type of thing, simply because I made people aware that the power of God is within you. And by the way, I don't call myself healer, and I like to make it plain that the healing is done by the presence of God that is within the individual. And I bring the individual to an awareness that that presence of God is there. And I see miracles happen of all kinds by bringing people to an awareness of the healing presence of God within themselves.
And it works.
It does work, and works on the spot. And a beautiful thing to see.
We're talking cancer. We're talking, like you say, someone who's been crippled and been told by doctors and other medical people that he's crippled or she's crippled for life.
Yes,
and you were able to make them get up out of a wheelchair?
Just the presence and the power of God within them. Why, I was at the Hollywood Palladium some years ago. I'll never forget this. And before the service, I just went around to talk to members of the congregation. And there was a lady that weighed about 500 pounds, it seems, sitting in a wheelchair. And so I said to her, I see why you're here. Your legs are just saying to you, I will not bear these burdens alone. But I looked at her and I said to her, God walks in you. And then I continued to walk around. And when I got to the back of the building, all bedlam had broken loose. Because all of a sudden, what I said to her, God walks in you, dawned on her, and she made a leap and a hoop and jumped out of that wheelchair. And so it's not myself. It's recognizing that God presence, that Christ presence that is within you. When you come into a feeling contact with that presence, then healing takes place. And as I said just last week, there was a lady who had a cancer operation on her breast. And we had prayers with her and for her beforehand. And when they removed the tissue from her breast and sent it to the laboratory, 2 days later, after careful analysis, the cancer had disappeared.